Happy Tuesday, fifth graders. We are back for our second day of finding reasons and evidence that authors use to support their arguments. Just like yesterday, we are going to start off with a funny video of the day. This video is one of the things I think is like the funniest things on the internet. As a teacher, I hope you think it's really funny as a student too. So yeah, let's watch it.
I think it's already starting. Okay, here's your homework. First let me tell you the directions. What form takeaway 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Takeaway. What's 6 takeaway 1? 1. No, you take away. So you take away 1 out of 6. How much does it equal? What's 10 minus 1? I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nope. Take away 1. Which is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And one more. And add 1 more. How many does it equal? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1. It makes 9. See how you take away? You take away 1 and it equals 1. Do you get it now? Yes. Try again. 1, 3. Yes. Good job.
I hope you enjoyed it. Is that what school was like before we were in quarantine? I can't even remember. It's been so long. Guess we'll have to wait until next year to find out. So we have some vocab to start out with, just like yesterday. So yesterday we talked about how authors use reasons to convince their readers. And just as a recap, reasons are explanations for why their point or their idea is important or true. But authors also use evidence, as we touched on a little bit yesterday. Evidence is data or facts that have been gathered from other sources that an author can use to prove their reasons. So the reasons prove the main idea, and the evidence proves the reason. And it's important to put in here that they're gathered from other sources, usually. Sometimes it can be stories of things that they've experienced themselves, but oftentimes it's gathered from other resources because that's what makes it reliable, as we learned earlier this year when we were talking about reliable or trustworthy sources. And again, you are expected to be able to identify which reasons support which point and which evidence supports which reasons. So here's our main point. Here are our reasons supporting that main point. And here is our evidence supporting the reason. And just another way to look at it again. We've got our main point, the 3 reasons that support that main point, and then pieces of evidence supporting reason 1, pieces of evidence supporting reason 2, and evidence supporting reason 3. So not only do you need to pay attention to reasons, but you also need to look at an author's evidence, the evidence that they use, to be able to decide whether their information is reliable or whether you should believe them. And this is really important in real life. Just like the video said yesterday, you hear all about fake news these days, and there are articles being put out on the internet that are just totally wrong and lies. And so you need to be able to figure out if the author's evidence means that you should trust their reasons and their point or not. For guided practice today, we are looking back at the same text as yesterday, the exact same passage even. So again, it's from What Was America's Deadliest War and other questions about the Civil War. I'll read it through again quickly. What was the cotton gin and why was it important? Even with the high demand for cotton, the southern growers had a serious problem. Every bulb, the fluffy part of the cotton plant, was full of seeds, which had to be removed by hand before the cotton could be used. It took many hours to do the job, and a lot more slaves were needed for the work. It was difficult to make money growing cotton. Those who opposed slavery hoped that the plantation owners would stop growing cotton and in turn free the slaves. Then, in 1793, inventor Eli Whitney developed a machine called a cotton gin. The new device pulled all the cotton seeds from the balls with great speed and made the cotton growers richer than ever. This meant more cotton plantations and a desire for even more slaves. And again from yesterday, our key idea of this passage is that the cotton gin was an important invention in the Civil War. And our reasons for that, or the author's reasons, are that the invention led to more cotton plantations and a desire for more slaves. Now we need to look to find the evidence that supports those reasons. The author uses facts and details to prove to us that the cotton gin led to more plantations and a desire for more slaves. They can't just say that, they have to prove to us that it's true. And so if we're looking for evidence of that here, we're going to find the evidence right there in the yellow highlighting. The new device pulled all the cotton seeds from the balls with great speed and made the cotton growers richer than ever. So that kind of led to, it was the cause of the cotton gin meaning more cotton plantations and more slaves. Right, so we've got some options here. Which evidence did we find? Southern growers had a serious problem despite the high demand for cotton. Those who opposed slavery hoped that the plantation owners would stop growing cotton and free slaves. Or the cotton gin cleaned the cotton much faster, making it possible for plantation owners to get more money. So it would be C. That is what we found. And just to touch on why it's C, if they can get more money, they can get more plantations, or they can increase the space in their plantation. And if they're already relying on slave labor to run their plantation, that's going to mean that they're going to get more slaves or want more slaves. You can't always believe everything that you hear, especially these days. And it's so important that you look for evidence or proof before you just believe someone's ideas. And this goes for something you watch, something you read online, something you hear in conversation, something you hear a teacher say. You want to find evidence before you just believe them. And so for today's practice, you are going to complete the Google form. It's very similar to yesterday. Yesterday you found reasons in the persuasive letter, and today you're looking at the same persuasive letter and you're finding evidence to support those reasons. And that's all for today. Super short lesson. I know that some of you have been saying that the lessons have gotten a little long for your taste, so I hope that this gives you a nice little break on a Tuesday. And I hope you're doing really well. I still miss you. We are kind of talking a little bit about how to make graduation special for you. So just hold tight on that. I've been getting a lot of questions. We will let you know when we have a plan. But I love you all very much, and I hope you have a good time this afternoon. Bye. See you later.